Awesome. Welcome back to the finale of our Call of Cthulhu
Season
one-shot?
2.
Season 2?
Season 2. Hopefully the
Yeah,
finale.
Season 2 of Cthulhu.
We have
I'd
a way
say
of fucking that up.
If this takes longer than a couple hours, something horrible has happened.
You let me have the microphone?
All
Hey,
right.
microphone.
So recapping from the beginning. So this morning, you all awoke to find yourselves locked in your hotel rooms and discovered poisonous gas was being pumped in. You managed to escape through a hidden room between your rooms, where the gas valves were hidden. Another man broke out of another room and introduced himself as one of Howardis's college classmates, Herman, before falling through a trap door. After some exploration of the building, you found a library where one book's open pages flapped in a non-existent breeze. The writing was in no language any of you are familiar with, but it seemed to reveal itself to Jaden, and he learned the statement he is vulnerable to his own implements, stained with the blood of his victims, as well as some sort of incantation to sever a connection. A spirit that Jaden saw then showed him where a rotating wall was hidden and where the group was reconnected with Weston. This room also contained a staircase to the so far unreachable second floor. And the second floor turned out to be something of a maze. You found some sort of surgical room, which is where you found some of those bloodstained implements you were hoping to find, each taking one. Also, a room full of goats, because of course. And an impossibly dark room where you think Herman would have fell into, that had a photo dark room in the back. You then came upon a man dragging a corpse in a bag down a hidden spiral staircase, who Weston killed in one shot from Jaden's gun. And then at the end of this maze, through ornate double doors, you found an elevator and activated it, descending deep underground. And there you found a stone archway leading to what appeared to be a torture dungeon. As you walked through this room, you found Rosemary, the hotel receptionist, chained to a wall. At one end of the chamber, then, you discovered there was a man removing the flesh from another corpse on a table. He explained he was cleaning the bones to sell to universities and the like. Weston again responded with gunfire. Howardis took a light stab from the man before he collapsed from the gunshot wound.
Light. Okay.
Just a gentle stabbing.
Yeah, just 1/3 of my remaining hit points.
And then as you begin discussing what your next move would be, the sparse torch lighting in this room dimmed, and you heard a menacing voice from the entrance of the chamber. It could have been the stone walls of the cavernous basement, but the voice seemed to reverberate, almost like there was another voice, slower, more sinister, echoing the words, I was born with the devil in me. I cannot help the fact that I torture and kill no more than a poet can help the inspiration to sing. I was born with the evil one standing as my sponsor beside the bed where I was ushered into the world, and he has been with me since. This was his castle well before I rebuilt on this holy ground. He stands with me now and will guide my hand as I take your lives in his name. I do not choose this act. It chooses me. I'm going to put you into the basement.
Holy reverse Asians. Hey, Batman.
Whoa, we've got tokens.
Yeah, I hope you're all cool with the pictures, because other than Howardis, nobody gave me one.
I'm not complaining.
So, to get back to... Okay, so then as this voice spoke, you began to see the figure of a man. You began to see the figure of a man walking toward you from the entrance, and a shadow looming behind him. But the shadow is not that of a man. It's a large, hunched figure with horns on its head. And now, as he arrives in front of you, brandishing two large knives, you see his face in the torchlight. and it's Herman with the yellow glint in his eyes.
Herman Munster?
Herman Mudgett from the very beginning, as you all suspected.
Oh wait, it is Herman Mudgett.
Yep.
Aha.
And would everybody, unless you want to talk, I will give you the opportunity to speak.
Could you betray us, Herman?
First off, Herman, this is a total Michigan State move, and I'm not having it.
He's just staring you down at that.
All right. Now we're getting to Central Michigan, and once again, not having it.
Takes a couple steps forward.
Okay, Hope College, and that's as far as I'm going.
Did they even exist then? Any of
Hope
those
is the one that I'm
universities?
not sure of.
Yeah, I can only speak to University of Michigan, which Howard has put in his backstory, and it was perfect
Mhm.
because that's where H.H. Holmes went.
Opened in 1851, so all of these were topical references at the time.
Should I shoot the goat man? I can shoot the goat man.
If nobody wants to say anything else, everybody tell me your decks.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would say to this guy. I can't be like, why are you doing this? Because, like, you know, he said that.
He told us.
Yeah.
Look, I know you want the Cubs to win the World Series super bad, but come on.
Maybe
my
we
deck's
should just
50.
say hi to them with a bullet.
You wanted to know our
is
dexterities, you said?
Yeah. And Weston, I know, has a gun out, so if his first move is to just shoot, he gets a plus 50.
That would be my first move. I'm good at it.
Mine's 55.
65.
Ooh, look at LB. He can move quick.
I'm
Oh,
agile
look at-
for an old man.
I guess
Okay.
someone got more type 2B fibers than we do.
And then the distances aren't perfect, but it's roughly what I want because like the table is supposed to be like 8 feet, so
42 foot.
it's gonna be roughly accurate.
Goofy scale. I like it.
Those pillars, by the way, so like you guys are a little bit bigger, so you can see the tokens. Those pillars throughout with the torch, those are big enough to hide behind if you felt the need, even though they'd look tiny on the map. So just if that comes up. So Weston, if you are just firing a gun, you have the first move.
All right, let me see. 15 yards is some number. 45 feet?
Yeah.
Hey, he's within range. I want to shoot his stupid ass.
Kaboom.
Where's the other one?
Roll firearms.
I rolled a 26, which is a hard success.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
That came out to an 8.
Okay, so the bullet, as you just again respond with gunfire, hits him in the chest. He stumbles from the shot, and then he just looks up at you, and you kind of feel like you hear a laughter behind him, and then just ting as the bullet hits the ground.
Creepy.
That means I've fired 4 of the 8 bullets I had.
Okay.
Well, that's great. There's one left for all of us.
Perfect, I know.
And he is going to just step forward. It was 40 feet.
You, stop walking. You.
Put some pants on, goat man.
Let's say he can get to about there. because he started too far back. Because if I remember right, that's as far as he should be able to move. And then it's LB.
I will draw my gun with my right hand and my switchblade with my left.
Okay. And do you want to use either of those? Or you're just getting yourself ready?
No, if I have the action economy, I would definitely like to try and cap this either possessed human or golem right in the face.
A turn is basically 5 to 10 seconds, more or less. So.
All right, so we're gonna go green. Green is 10s. Oh, that's bad. That's a 95.
So you kind of like freak out and just pull your gun and try to pop him, and the bullet just goes errantly past him. But he didn't seem concerned. He wasn't diving for cover. He was just walking towards you.
Right. Possessed or golem. Right.
That is Jaden.
Okay. I want to move. So if my move rate is 7, does that mean I can move 7 squares? What does that mean?
Let me. No, that's like. Oh, shoot. The maximum distance you can move is your move rating multiplied by 5 in yards.
Oh, okay. Yards.
So if you're
Jesus.
7, you can go 35 yards.
Okay.
Holmes is like walking slow.
Right. What is that thing there? It's got blood on it. Looks kind of like a cow
the
skin.
brown stuff. Yep. All of the brown stuff are just various torture devices that I just drew randomly to look freaky.
Okay. Can I like move behind this pillar here? Is that a viable space to stand?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I want to run over there.
So you can be completely behind that if you.
Yeah. So I want to be running over there. I want to pull out the bloodstained scalpel that I pulled from the surgery room.
Yep.
And can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I want to start reciting the incantation that I found in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was it? An, za, thoth, ha, stir.
Okay, so as you start saying that, at first, like, you're just like, why am I saying just random words? But you keep repeating it, and you start to just focus in on those words.
Mhm.
And I would like to make a power roll.
Power roll. Okay. Ooh, no, I failed.
Okay. I'm going to for this particular thing,
Yeah.
unlike a regular combat roll, you can't push the roll.
Okay.
For this particular thing, you can if you choose. But like, tell me how you do it, and there's a potential cost if you fail the push roll. So you can also just accept that you failed on this turn.
I will push the roll. So I will like pull out like my notebook and like read like straight off the page, not from like memory, and see if that helps.
Okay. Make your pushed roll.
Okay. Oh my god, it's worse! Why?
Okay.
I would like to do a dance to inspire him.
Can I use like 60% of my luck?
So, let me find my sheet.
Because I rolled an 89. I need a 64. I've got a lot of luck left.
The wrong document open. Oh, it's out here. All I think I forgot to write down my idea.
No, you didn't.
You spoke dragon speak instead, and everybody gets flown back 30 feet.
Foos Roda.
That's right.
Foos rope, bruh.
So basically, so as you do it this time,
Mm-hmm.
you start to feel like your mind is kind of being pulled into some kind of a void, and all you see huge in front of you in your head is that red face.
Roll sanity.
And-
Roll
And
sanity.
he's just shaking his head at you. Normally he's been smiling. This time he's shaking his head. Roll sanity.
Okay. Feet, don't fail me now. Oh god. I failed.
Okay. Roll a d8.
Oh, Scott. Ooh, it's just a 1.
Okay. Good for you. So that is
am-
Jaden's turn. How it is? How would
All
you like
right.
to proceed?
So if I've got 105 feet of movement, I'm free to pretty much go anywhere.
More or less, yeah.
I'm going to scurry to like right there, and I'd like to try my best to hide for right
Okay.
now.
Okay. So you tried to kind of skirt around the outside and hope that
Yeah.
nobody saw. Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's a stealth check.
Yeah, roll stealth.
That's a fail 34 on a 20, but no, I don't want to use my luck for that. I'll just say I found the one stick in the place.
Okay. You weren't sure. You're hoping his attention. He seemed to be focused on the trio in front of him as he
Mhm.
walked forward. You were like, I was behind the table. Maybe I snuck past him.
Mhm.
You do notice the shadow that's behind him. As you moved behind, it almost seemed to lean closer to you, which is the opposite of what it should have been doing in the light. Weston, what would you like to do?
Alrighty then. So how far can I move?
More or less the whole thing. It's your move rate times 5 in yards.
Okay. Where the fuck do I find that at?
It's right at the
Oh,
top of your sheet.
7 times 5.
So 35.
105 feet.
So it's more or less the whole place.
Okay. So
You can run for 3 first downs.
basically, I'm looking to ding to there, to back over here.
Are you trying to stay out of his sight, or you're just trying to bounce around him?
Bounce around him and maintain distance.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
I want to go to there, and then to there.
Okay. And then would you like to do anything else?
I want to do the spooky dance that Norman did.
Spooky dance?
Yep, spooky dance. I'm turning it into a haka.
Jaden, did you tell them the exact incantation you were given?
I only wrote it down.
Weston, roll a listen check.
Okay. I'm probably not very good at those.
There was one of those times where I was like, I think I've stumbled onto something great that if I say out loud to people will probably drive them insane.
I rolled a 54, so I doth failed.
So you can try it, but you're not confident you have the exact syllables that he said.
I
But you can try it.
definitely like to try it.
Okay. So
I wish I had a performance check that would make this so much better. Can I roll arts and crafts?
Roll arts and crafts for the dance that you think you need to do for some reason.
I failed that
Every,
also.
yeah, everyone knows that Historia responds to Moxie.
The dance is not convincing. Um,
As unconvincing as your mastery of the syllables.
Neither is your decoupage art that you tried to create too.
roll.
What about my macaroni art? It's not good enough for the refrigerator?
Let's have you roll power, or I don't know if that's the best choice here. Either occult, probably occult would be the thing that you roll here.
Oh, I can tell you I'm going to fail this also. If I don't, I'll be... Nope, I failed.
Okay.
I'm good at one thing, and that's shooting people and spotting things. So 2 things.
So basically, like in doing this, you're pretty sure you didn't quite get the syllables right from when you had listened to him. So you think that's the problem because nothing seems to be happening to you other than you're making a fool of yourself.
Or it's secretly working, and he doesn't want us to know.
So with that, LB seems closest, and he's been walking this direction. So he's going to go ahead and step up to LB, and he is going to attempt to stab him with one of the 2 large knives that he has. LB, you can either try to dodge or try to fight back. So if you dodge, you can try to make him miss you. Fight back would be just go ahead and hit him yourself. And it's based on who's got the higher success rate, essentially.
Okay. I would like to try and dodge.
Okay.
So what? Just tell you what the number I rolled. Is that
What kind of success? He had a hard success.
Oh.
What kind of a success did you have?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm rolling against.
Oh, right. It should be at the bottom of your page.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the first page next to weapons. It says dodge in that box on the right.
Oh,
That little combat.
sure.
box.
I failed. I got a 43. I needed a 32 or less.
Okay, so he is going to connect with you. He is going to hit you in the right in the chest. He's going to get you for 5 hit points. And remember, if you get half of your max hit points in one hit, that's a major wound. So I think you guys are all like 12 or better for hit points. If I remember.
Well, I'm at 8 right now out of 12.
But your max is 12. Okay. So you're going to take 5 hit points of damage, but it's not a major wound. So he missed the important stuff.
So he stabbed you in the chest, but he didn't collapse your lung.
Yes.
Yeah, somehow.
Who needs lungs anyways?
Probably hit a rib. He didn't turn it sideways.
LB, it's your turn now with your fresh knife wound.
Nice. Well, I was going to try and move and switch out. I want to move for 2 reasons. One, to put something between he and I, which I can't do anymore, and to get out of Weston's line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess at this point in time, I'm just going to try and fire at him again, point blank.
Okay, so you're going to roll that with bonus because it's a small gun at point blank range.
Do I want to know what I need first? I don't know. Maybe it's better to go in blind. Ooh, that might be very good. That was a 12, and it's firearms, right?
Yes.
Yes, 12 out of 25. So that's a decent success.
Yep, and roll a d20 for me.
Oh, is there such a thing as a crit fail in Call of Cthulhu?
This 20 is just for where you hit him.
Okay, 1.
So you pop him in the right leg, and it does make it connects with him, and he kind of drops to one knee, But again, you just a second later you hear the ting as a bullet hits the ground. You can use this moment if you want to move.
Yeah, I want to try and disengage as far back as I can move, which I believe is 30 feet or yards. I can't remember.
It'd be about 30 yards, yeah.
30 yards. Okay, so I want to back way over here next to Jaden.
Okay. Cool. And then it is your turn.
Whose turn?
Jaden.
Oh, okay.
That was
Yeah,
Elby.
you clipped out for a little second.
Sorry.
No worries, no worries. Okay, I'm gonna try again with the incantation. I
Okay.
feel like that's gonna be my contribution since I gave Weston my gun.
This time, as he's saying that, LB, I'd like you to roll a listen check.
Ooh, another good one.
You said power, right?
Yep.
Wicked had success.
So LB.
I got a 17 out of 25.
Okay, so you're hearing his words pretty clearly. When you say wicked had success, do you mean extreme success, like
Extreme
the
success,
best
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm out here I'm doing my best to try to bring a second voice into the mix, right? Like activate both, like the Hungarian throat singing or whatever. I mean, like an za thoth ha stir.
So this time, you're like you're trying to do it with more conviction and more focus. And as you repeat it a second time, a third time, you start to feel your mind pulled into a vast, eerie nothingness. Not quite like before. This one, it's still dark, but there's absolutely nothing. And in this void, bits of matter start to form in front of you and eventually become the shape of a sort of a throne. And it's lit by this dim yellow starlight. And from above, a shapeless being descends into the throne. And you get the sensation of eye contact, but it has no eyes. Just what seems like a constantly shifting sea of holes in the region you would take as its face.
Okay.
And you hear one word in a strange voice all around you. Carcosa.
Carcosa?
And at this figure's right side, as you turn, you see a red face smiling back at you in the darkness. I would like you
At least
to
he's smiling again.
He's smiling. I'd like you to roll sanity.
Ooh, I failed.
Okay. This is where the extreme success helps you a lot. You're going to roll a d4.
2. So I've lost a total of 3 points of sanity.
Okay. It's not so bad.
I want to look down at my right hand again, which is the hand that I was holding the scalpel, and I was like left hand notebook, right hand scalpel, like I'm like a priest doing an exorcism with the Bible in my left hand and a cross in the right. Do I still have the scalpel in my hand? In this other world thing.
You try to look, you don't see any of yourself.
I don't perceive me.
Nope.
Okay.
Like you can look around, but you can't perceive, like there's no yourself
Okay.
to look at.
Um,
And with that,
yeah.
You're pulled back in to this basement. You're going to spend 10 magic points.
Spend?
Yeah.
Okay.
So reduce it from whatever minus 10.
Okay.
And the rest of you then see the torchlights start to flicker all around you. And that shadow that was cast behind Holmes starts to pull away from him and just separate. And it fades into the walls. and Holmes is just looking around, panicked. And now it's Howard's turn.
I'm sorry, did you say Holmes or Mudget?
They're both the same.
Okay. Okay. How is going to use the break in the light to make a giant echo. And then he'll skirt behind this table here. This time he's not going to hide. Now that he's effectively the farthest one away, he's going to try to get Muggins' attention by just saying, it's like, hey, if you keep on doing this, my friends are going to send you to that school down south. And I don't mean the one that's the Buckeyes.
You just see him turn to look at you, and he does not look like he looked so like intense and focused before, and he's wide-eyed and panicked.
Okay, I did not expect that. That's my turn. I'm saying that in character.
Then it's Weston's turn.
All right. I'm going to jam out to Jaden singing. Take a few steps forward. And I'm going to shoot him again.
Okay. So feeling like you might actually have a chance now, go ahead and roll fire.
I got a 5. So an extreme success.
That's real good. Roll that d20, and then roll damage.
It's real murdery.
I rolled a 16 on the d20.
Okay.
And that will be 6 damage.
So you roll him, or you hit him clean in the right shoulder, and this time he screams in pain, and you see the blood forming. And he is going to then make a mad rush at you. And he's going to make 2 attacks with the knives. If you want to try to dodge.
Correct. So I need to roll for that, correct?
Yep. Against that combat box in the bottom right corner.
I failed with a 71.
Okay. So one of these connects. So the first one's just kind of wild, but then the second one he gets through, and he will connect with your left thigh for 6 damage.
That would be a major wound for me, because I only have 12 HP.
Okay, so he probably caught an artery as he did that.
And Ace Ventura, screaming, arms on opposite sides of the leg.
With major wound. I should have had that page open too. So you immediately fall prone and make a Constitution save.
Alrighty. Oh. I failed my Constitution save.
Okay, so you are unconscious from the bleeding.
Oh my.
Nap time, it won't let me check unconscious.
And then as he does that, and as Weston falls prone, again, he looks around at all of you like he is panicked. LB, it is your turn.
I was going to switch out the switchblade for the scalpel that I grabbed from the operating room. Doesn't appear as though to me he's still got that connection that we would have needed to sever.
You did see Weston's bullet pierce his shoulder.
What kind of factors would there be in Weston being that close for me to take a shot at him?
That distance is just going to be a normal roll. You'd have to be point blank, like 5 feet, for it to be with a bonus.
But I mean, I don't want to hit Weston.
Oh,
even though he's
Weston
slumped to
is
the
on the
ground.
ground. Yeah, Weston prone on the
Okay.
ground is going to help you not hit him. It would take a fumble for you to hit him.
Okay. Another shot from where I am at Holmes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's bad. 85. I missed.
Okay. So again, the bullet just creams past and tings off of this metal structure behind him.
Okay.
And
If I still have something I can do, I'd like to actually move a little closer to him this
sure,
time.
you can do that.
Okay. I'm good with right there.
Okay, Jaden.
Kind of be between him and Jaden, who's unarmed at the time.
Yep.
After that.
So, Dr. Holmes has cut Weston deep enough that Weston's slumped on the ground bleeding, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He got him real sharp in the leg, and Weston then collapsed from the bleeding.
Okay. I'm gonna move into melee range with him, and I want to stab him with the scalpel. I want to try.
He is
Dude,
going
why am
to
I rolling
dodge.
freaking 80s? Jesus. I missed.
He failed his dodge too, so feel any better or worse? I don't know. Okay, so you're still like kind of reacquainting yourself with reality.
Yeah.
After that experience, so you were
Okay.
it just didn't feel right.
Can I want to shout. No. Everyone noticed the shadow like leaving Holmes, right? Like that wasn't something that only a couple people saw or anything like that.
Everyone had the ability to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something along the lines of his connection has been severed. Take him out. Now's a chance.
Okay. How it is?
All right. I'm going to start by removing my tie, which my portrait clearly says I have, since I don't have the blanket rope anymore. I'm going to run up to Weston, and I'm going to try to make a quick tourniquet as I can to kind of like stem the bleeding.
Okay.
And I'm assuming this will be a medicine check.
Medicine takes at least an hour, so there's a first aid skill.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. I rolled a 1. A 00 and a 1 on this.
That's a critical.
Which
So
is an extreme success.
You might have a job as a field medic after this. You are able to feel confident that you have stabilized him. And Weston is going to take 1 hit point of recovery.
Additionally, if I have any time, like any extra time available in my turn, I would like to place, like if the gun fell out of his hand, I'd like to place it back in his hand.
You're gonna need this.
Knowing Weston, the way that he fell, like it's still like rock solid in his hand. Even
Okay.
like,
I'm still gonna check
You just give it a pat.
that's
Yep.
yeah. Because I was like, I could take this, but it's pointless.
Okay.
Not cold dead fingers yet.
Yeah.
And then so Weston has been stabilized, so that is he's not gonna have to do that.
Nice job, Howardus.
there's some people that are lovers, and there's some people that are fighters, and then Howardis is the third type of person.
I'm apparently a magician.
Yeah.
Some kind of paranormal wizard or something.
Well, that's what you get for reading books.
Yeah, well, you'll learn some.
Yeah. So Weston, you're stable, but you're not able to wake up just yet. So Holmes now is going to. He's going to turn back to Jaden because he was the last one to make an attack on him, and he's again going to swipe at you with 2 knives.
Okay. I'm
You can
gonna
dodge or fight back.
try to dodge. I mean, the ones place was cocked, but the tens I rolled. I didn't. I failed. I cannot dodge.
Okay. So again, one of these connects with you. He seems to be really wild with that first swipe.
Okay.
He is going to hit you in, again, the chest. He seems to like the chest.
Mm.
That is 5 hit points.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's not a major wound, so.
Okay. LB.
Gonna get closer. And let's see how am I. That's the same. Okay. I guess since I have 3 left, I'm gonna once again try and hit him with the gun.
Just cold cock him.
No, I'll fire it at him
Oh, okay.
from a closer range.
He's
so
gonna
that
hit
I
him with a
can
bullet.
possibly.
Do so with bonus.
Okay.
He's going to attempt to dive for cover.
I needed a 25. My reroll was a 34.
He also
Can I?
you can't push a combat roll.
Okay, that's right.
He saw you coming forward, and he successfully dove for cover, so he scrambled back behind this as you shot. So you thought you had him, but he just got out of the way. Jaden, we're back to you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna run after him.
Okay.
I'm gonna run after him. I'm gonna try to get around him, I guess, a little bit by kind of sidestepping as I'm stabbing, so that I end up there, but I'm still slashing at him with the scalpel.
Okay.
So I rolled a 32. Can I use luck to? Can I use 7 points of luck? Are you allowed to use luck in combat?
Don't think so. Let me... Top of the... How you spell luck? Come on, game.
I'll start looking too, see if I can find it.
You can spend luck to remain conscious, apparently. I didn't know that. Let's have you roll luck.
Okay.
Just roll luck.
Oh Jesus, no, I missed.
Okay. Then we'll. Again, you tried to overcomplicate it with your maneuver.
Yeah.
Tried to like slash him as you went around, and again just got air.
Okay.
However, oh no, he can't do that because he is not. Never mind. He is not Monster Man right now, so he can't do what I wanted to do. But next up is how it is.
All right. Noticing that Weston is not conscious yet, I'd like to roll him up against this little support structure right here.
It's like a column.
Yeah. So like that column, like have him so he's like kind of sitting up against it.
Okay.
And then, is there any? I'm actually no. That'd probably be my turn, right? Is dragging him over to that.
What do you want to do? I'll let you know.
I was trying to see if there's any first aid check I could do to help him like regain consciousness. Like if I go into my kit and have like a smelling salt.
Make a medicine check.
Cool. That is a 42 on my medicine, which is a 71. So that is a regular success.
Okay, and we had established you have some smelling salts, so go ahead and remember that you have that, and try to wake him up. Weston, make a Constitution roll.
I rolled a 44. My Constitution is a 45.
So you are able to like just kind of blink into consciousness, so you can see what's happening.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to make a move this turn, but you're coming awake.
Yep. And you're also right there.
And you're leaned up, yeah. If you want to move him, leaned up against this pillar. Column, whatever you call it. So Weston's turn was waking up. Holmes, right next to Jaden, he is going to reach into his breast pocket and attempt to lurch at you.
Okay.
Something in there.
I'll try to dodge.
Regular success to beat, or is what he got.
I failed, so I get hit again, I guess.
As he smothers you
God.
with a cloth. The Constitution roll.
Son of a bitch. He's getting your pocket sand, guys. I rolled a hard success.
Okay, so you're remaining conscious, but it might not last long if you can't get him off of you.
Okay.
LB.
So Holmes is doing what to?
He's got some kind of cloth over his face, so he's got like his head behind, and he's just pressing him into this.
I want to just. I guess I'll try to bull rush him and hold the switchblade out at the same time.
Okay.
But I want to more so knock him off of Jaden than actually try to hit him with the knife.
Okay, I think that'll be a brawl then.
Okay.
The fighting brawl skill.
So I guess I should establish a move over here. Well, since you've already touched it, sure. Ooh, I think that's good. That is a 10. Brawl for me is 25.
You rolled a 10 on a 25?
Yep.
Okay. So you are able to... You were trying to like tackle him, or what were you trying to do exactly?
Knock him off. So like try to, tackle and move him off of Jaden.
Okay, so you are able to do that. You're able to tear him away from Jaden. But yeah, now he is in between the two of you. Jaden, it's your turn. Just recovering from that attempted whatever it was. What would you like to do?
I would like to. So is Holmes like facing me or LB now?
After LB pulled him off, he's kind of like sideways to both of you, and his head's turned to LB.
Okay. I want to try to like. I mean, I guess I'm just like describing it. I'm going to try to stab him, but what I want to do is I kind of want to like grab like the back of his left shoulder, like his coat, and like kind of like rip to the left with my left arm as I stab with the right to try to like turn him away from me to stab him in the back.
like a good man does.
Oh man, I rolled a critical.
That's a 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are going to get maximum damage on this because he had a hard success on his dodge, but that's not good enough. So it's maximum damage. So as if you rolled the full thing.
Okay. It's just 4 because my damage bonus is nothing. But
okay. What? It was just that scalpel?
Yeah.
Did you find that on a weapon sheet?
Oh, I had this as a base weapon from our last campaign. It is a 1d4 plus damage bonus, rated as a small knife.
Okay, so it's 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get him really good. You think it's about as well as you could have possibly done, and he's bleeding profusely, but he is still up on his feet.
Okay. I'm gonna. With that, I'm gonna take a couple steps back to kind of get out of knifing range of him. I'm gonna like kind of like push and stab and like stumble back against the pillar.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
That is back to Weston. So you are conscious. You don't think it'd be a good idea to stand up because of that leg wound that you suffered, but you can act.
Combat roll? Can I do a combat roll?
What do you want to try to do?
Move a little this way.
Oh, yeah, you can try it.
I just want to basically go right there.
I know
so
we're doing
turn over.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know we're doing kind of like more of a segmented thing, but I'm willing to sacrifice my turn to help him through the combat roll.
Combat crawl roll, it doesn't much matter. I don't need my legs for it.
I accidentally just skipped you, how it is. So yeah.
No, like that's. I'm totally fine with just going to getting like spending the turn getting Weston in the position he wants.
Yep.
I will also say with the order, if you're before somebody, you can always like defer to the end of the round or something if you wanted to. Okay, so how this is going to help Weston. Because of that help, I'm not going to make you roll. I was going to make you roll to see if you hurt yourself trying to crawl over there, but how this is helping you, so that's okay.
I want to be in that kind of laying prone shooting position to shoot at him.
You might not know this yet, but laying prone actually gives you a bonus to a firearm attack. So.
Okay. I have no idea what the bonus is, but I'm going to roll all the same.
Just re-roll the 10s.
Okay. Right. That was a failure on the first one, but I get to re-roll the 10s, and that's a failure on the second one.
No.
Can I use 1 luck point to push the combat roll, though?
I don't think we can spend luck on combat.
I've really been trying to find that, and I like can't.
Yeah, I don't think it's in there. Because I got to the chases in my control F luck, and I didn't find it.
Mm.
But I'm pretty sure the only thing you can do in combat with luck is remaining conscious.
Mm.
least at my quick recovery. So the bullet does just, he's able to like just duck his head as it zooms past him.
Damn him.
With that, Holmes, seeing Jeffries as the only one close to him, he's gonna try to grab you by the jacket, and there's a blade on this implement, and he wants to move you towards it. So you can roll to dodge or fight back as he attempts to do this.
I think common sense would tell me to try to avoid his grasp, so I'll try to dodge.
Okay.
That's really bad. That's a 96.
Well, he failed too. So he gets a hold of your lapels, and as he tries to like shift you over, his hands just slip from the blood that's been dripping into his hands from the chest wound. LB, it is your turn.
Since we're like close enough, I guess I will try to take a nice little lunge at him with I left my hand where the switchblade is.
Okay.
And attempt to make another hole in his lung for him.
Okay. Ooh. Roll well.
Oh, that's a bad one. 75. I'm assuming I needed no more than a 25 for like brawl.
It should be the same skill for the knife. If anybody else knows, like if your knife score is not equal to your brawl.
See anything else? That looks like it would apply, so.
I think like melee weapons like that go under the brawl stat. Like when I.
Okay. Yep. I just want to make sure we're doing that right.
Yeah.
He chose to fight back, and was successful. So as you lunged at him, he lunged right back, and that's going to be 3 hit points. As he gets you in the opposite shoulder of the one you used to attack him.
All I had left was 3.
Okay, so since that was not a major wound, you're not dead, but you do fall to the ground unconscious.
Awesome.
Jaden, it's your turn. You just saw Jeffries fall to the ground.
Oh Jesus. Okay. I want to run back up to Holmes, and I want to try to like shove him up against like the torture device thing and like just give him a good stabbing.
For the sake of this, the thing has like a blade on it if you wanted to have some fun with that.
Okay. Well, let's see if
you saw Holmes try to shove Jeffries into it.
Okay, let's see if I hit. I don't. But you know what? Fuck it. I would like to push the roll. So like initially I was like trying to shove him into the blade of the thing.
Yeah.
And then like having missed that, I'm gonna try to stab him with a scalpel if I can.
We can't push combat rolls.
Oh. Sorry.
Yep. That the spell thing was a special.
Okay.
Thing. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
So you again, it looked a lot like what Holmes did to Jeffries, where you kind of got a hold of him but just couldn't move him.
Oh, hey, do you have the Keeper book for Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently on page 99, it talks about using luck in combat.
There it is. Okay. It's an optional rule, but we could potentially.
Oh, okay.
use it.
I was just I've been looking things up, and I saw that on Reddit. if it's an optional rule and like we haven't done it yet, then like it's fine to keep not doing it. Obviously.
I like if we just roll on luck.
Okay.
Maybe if you want to, if you're close, we can have you roll on luck.
Okay.
Just something good happened.
Okay. Cool.
So me missing by 1 would fall into that. I'm just being an ass. Ignore me.
Yeah, I'm starting to figure out how these rules actually work. So, that is how it is his turn now.
All right, seeing that Jeffries went down, and I'm currently holding a smelling salt in my hand, and I'm more useful with a smelling salt than I am with a gun. I'm gonna come up here, pick him up by the back lapel of his, or like the collar of his shirt, so he's sitting up, and I'm gonna try to get that smelling salt jammed right up to his nose.
How to roll an intelligence check first, please.
Okay, I'm good at that. I rolled 000, so 100.
Okay. So yeah, you shove the smelling salts in his nose.
Well, like up to his nose, not in his nose. I'm not throwing an ammonia like straight into a guy's like nasal passage.
You got a little excited and jammed it straight into his nose.
Fucking hell! Like this is the most action I've seen as a doctor on living people ever.
As you try to apply the smelling salts,
Mm-hmm.
nothing seems to happen.
Can I push the roll by getting a new by slapping his face? That's how I'll do it. I'll try to gently slap him awake.
From doing this, you get
Mhm.
the impression that he's probably like you give the salts just a little bit towards your nose. You're like, they're still viable. He's a little more hurt than can just be revived by smelling salts.
I missed.
I'm
Did
assuming
LB
that's my turn.
Did LB sustain a major wound?
No,
Oh, okay.
it was not a major wound, but he went to 0 hit points,
Okay.
so he is unconscious.
Okay.
So how it is in game,
Mhm.
0 hit points, you are just unconscious. Like you can't.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to use the smelling salts to wake him up.
He needs healing. He can't stand up with 0 hit points.
Okay, all
that make
right,
sense?
that's it's the logic of board games, and I use real life logic,
Yep.
and that's where it happened.
Yep.
How it still would have done it though.
I'll give you the opportunity.
No, that's what how it would have done.
Okay. Weston, your turn again.
Then I will shoot at him again from my prone position.
Okay, fire away.
I got a 10. So an extreme success.
Okay, so
And you'll
You
blow
do-
his brains away.
you do just beat him. So roll the d20 and then roll your damage.
So I could see if no. If I'm re-rolling the 10s, there's no point. I rolled a tree. 3,
on the
3.
d20.
On the d20.
Okay.
And then on my d10, I rolled a 10. So that's 12 damage.
Okay, so you get him in the right leg, which is where you got him or where he got you, with that stab wound.
How's it feel, bitch?
And as the bullet sinks in, blood starts spurting everywhere. So you hit something significant, and he slowly, blood pours from his mouth, and he spits in your direction and falls to the ground.
That doesn't mean he's dead. I think I need to take a nap, guys.
Well, can you wait until Jeffries is done with his?
No.
Okay. With that, it is going to be LB's turn. Holmes just collapsed. Oh, LB, roll Constitution, please.
I think this is going to be good. Can I use luck?
Yes.
All right, I rolled a 63. I need a 61. So I'd like to use 2 luck points to make that a success.
Okay. Okay. So you're fine. Jaden.
Yeah.
Would you like to do anything else?
Holmes is like down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is Jeffrey's bleeding from? If I like run over there.
The shoulder was where the right shoulder was where he was last struck.
Okay. I'd like to like, can I try to make like a, I don't
First
even,
aid.
Yeah, it'd have to be first aid. Yeah, like take off my tie and like try to tie it over the.
And Howardis's turn is next, so you guys can do this together.
Okay.
That would give whoever's going to do it a bonus.
Okay.
All right, I will do it because I'm a doctor person on the dead.
Yeah, it also sounds like something that you probably have a higher skill in than me.
I have a if we're doing first aid, I have a 56. If we're doing medicine, I have a 71.
Wow.
Which one are we doing? Scott, which one is it? First aid?
First aid. Yep.
Okay. So that's a success. My lower roll was a 45 on a 56.
Okay. So you do successfully. Like, you're not quite as confident as what you did for Weston, but you feel like he's going to be okay. LB, you're going to take 1 hit point back, but you are still unconscious.
And then I'm going to toss the... I guess... no, never mind. I'm just going to tell Jeffrey's like, hey, what is it called when you shoot somebody when you think they're dead to make sure they're dead? I think it's called a double deadies. Can you double deadies him?
Double tap. Double tap.
Why would they call it that? That's so stupid. Double deadies him.
We're back to Weston.
Then I would like to crawl my happy ass over to him.
Mm-hmm.
So there. And then put the gun right to his temple and shoot him.
Okay. Roll with your bonus for point blank. And I believe this is your last bullet, if I counted right.
Yes.
So that's perfect.
So with the bonus, I got a 44. So a regular success.
Right before he pulls the trigger, can I just sit there and say the real crime here was committed by the Michigan Admissions Department?
Sure. So as you do that, blood spews from his head, and you're left with this just a mess in front of you. Jaden, as you look down at your right hand, it looks like a little bit emaciated and like frostbitten. Like it's got that kind of like dark discoloration. Whichever hand was holding not the scalpel, the book when you were doing it.
Corey, right now you're muted.
Sorry, the one that was holding my notebook?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that'd be the left hand.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like withered a little bit, or?
It's a little bit withered and it's got like black discoloration.
Okay, I put it in my coat pocket.
Okay. And we are out of initiative order.
Is everybody? I mean, I know we're not all good. All of us. I mean, I am at least bleeding quite a bit. Is everybody
Yeah.
alive?
Who?
I'm
Based
just
off of
healing
my-
him with.
Yeah, my professional medical opinion, no. But it's mostly the guy we wanted dead is dead.
Okay.
Rosemary,
Mm,
I think it's over.
can you get me out? She's still chained to the wall.
Can I start like using just the one hand because my left hand is in my coat pocket?
Yep.
Start like checking Holmes's pockets.
Sure.
While he's doing that, I am continually finding creative expletives to scream at this guy while I'm bashing his face in with the pistol.
Rosemary, don't mind Weston. He's just very, very poorly adjusted.
Just so that you know, this object there and this object there are both furnaces. These circles are vats of some kind of chemicals. You don't know what, so just in case.
Okay.
So, Jaden, what did you roll on? Go ahead.
I rolled a 67. I need a 61, but I was gonna use luck points to make it
Go
a
for it.
regular success. Yeah. So that's 6 points.
So you do find in like amongst the other things, you do find a key ring with
Okay.
several different kinds of keys on it,
Yeah.
as well as a couple of bottles of chemicals that you aren't really sure what they are, rags, different scalpels and knives kind of lining his jacket.
It's just like the guy with all the watches in his jacket is just knives. All right, I like pick up and like kind of like do like that, that little toss and catch of the keys on the ring in my hands, and I walk over to Rosemary and I start trying keys one-handed on the lock.
Roll luck.
I failed. It has nothing to do with the luck I used. I've just failed.
It is the last key
Of course.
that you try. So it takes you like 20 minutes to finally find the right key.
Okay.
So in that 20 minutes, anybody else doing anything else down here?
I've devolved into mentally incompetent monkey fucking a coconut insults.
I'm going to help LB stand back up, and we're going to inch away from Weston.
Okay.
Because I was not counting bullets. So I'm afraid he might still have some.
Okay. So how does an LB you start making your way back towards the entrance? Weston is just in a fury, but he's still, in army crawl position. And Jaden eventually gets Rosemary out of the chains, and I assume you start escorting her towards the entrance as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Let's get on this fucking elevator, and who wants to take another trip to the World's Fair Military Hospital? I think we've earned it.
Yeah, I need some medical treatment.
This time we'll probably need to assume characters, because if they keep on seeing us with fresh wounds, they're probably going to ask questions about us.
I got mugged.
Guten Tag. Mi nombre es Rutherford How it is. Soy de Italiano.
Okay. So you.
I'm just crawling towards the elevator since everybody left me over here.
The Weston is just soaked in blood from just bashing this man to well past death.
Hey, speaking out of game for a second, how close is West in space to the red skull that Norman Jaden saw in space?
In space.
In his mind hole. Get
You know,
over to
Jaden knows that
Norman.
place pretty well by now.
Get over to Jaden, hold up the gun, and go. It's empty. You can have it back.
So you all do make your way into the elevator, hit the levers, make your way back up.
I'm grabbing a corner the entire time because I still have my temporary insanity.
I'm like holding Rosemary up with my good hand. So when Weston hands me the gun, I like kind of quickly take my left hand out of my pocket and grab the gun and just put the gun in my hand back in my coat pocket.
Just look at him and go. Was that your strong hand?
It's cold.
All right.
Oops. All right, so you do arrive at the second floor as the doors open up again. Do you just want to go straight for the way back that you know to the first floor?
I don't see any issues with that.
I don't think. Like,
Definitely not going to that safe.
let's go to the goats.
Get a hamburger and a good German beer.
Okay, so you arrive. You make your way to the hotel lobby entrance. Howardis, the first one to the door, as he did before, pushes it open.
And
The
it's locked.
jingle of the bell. The bell jingles above, and you are able to make your way outside
Rosemary.
here in the early evening. Yes.
We have all experienced something today. I think it's in all of our best interests to not speak of anything we witnessed today. Because in the best case scenario, they won't believe us. Worst case scenario, we're all going to be sent to a sanatorium.
But shouldn't the cops know?
I'm going to let you make your own decisions. You are your own woman.
That's
What?
rather progressive of you.
I have been sounding the alarm on this, and they stuck me into a morgue where I can't bother people. If you're okay with people casting you aside, do what you want. But if you want to have the best life, be on your guard, but don't be vocal. And I walk out the door.
She's kind of weakly nods.
I tell her, I say, Rosemary, if you do decide to go to the authorities on this, it'll probably make more sense for you to do it than us, because we're gonna get a lot of questions as to like, why didn't you just leave the hotel? Why did you kill a man? But if it comes from you, someone who is a victim, then you may have better luck. But like Howard has said, you could. It could wind up being more damaging to your life, but it's your call. But I think this nightmare's over.
So as a lot of you exit the building, and you just kind of take a look back at what you've left, a man rounds the corner in a brown coat and hat, brown suit and hat, who looks familiar. It's one of the
Is it the
Pinkertons.
doctor? Is it the doctor for the military hospital? Because we could use him right now.
It's the Pinkerton, Parker Bryant,
Oh yeah.
And as he notices you, he approaches. Funny seeing you here.
Yeah, funny being here.
I've been working the missing persons cases, and they keep leading back here. I was hoping I could question some people, find something. You do not look well.
We found a Burker.
Is that what's going on here?
Part of it.
Yep. You know, most people just tend to dig up already dead bodies and then try to clean off the bones. These guys really wanted fresh products.
So
Parker, if you go in there, there's going to be no one working and no one to stop you. Explore to your heart's content. There are secret hatches in the floor. There are secret compartments in the rooms. This building was being used as a source for fresh bodies, for burkers. If you head down to the basement, you will find all manner of horrors, and just know that we are nothing if not magnets for trouble.
You want my advice? Get some kerosene, get a match, burn this fucker to the ground.
Get a
you see him
priest.
kind of look up at it in thought for a minute, taking in what you said. He says, I've been staying not far from here. I talked to some of the guys that worked on construction here. They say none of the crews got to work for very long. They put up like a room and fire the crew. And, you build a building like that, you never know what parts of the code you miss. It'd be a shame if it caught fire, and you never know what could happen.
I don't think it'd be a shame at all.
And that's how the second Great Chicago Fire happened.
This whole time,
In my opinion, the best Chicago fire.
I'm using one of those, hat, coat, rack combo deals as a crutch right now since nobody helped me up.
The Weston just army crawling behind a lot of you.
Yep.
Look, Parker, it's good to see you again, but I'm gonna have to end this short. I need to find a train to fucking anywhere right now.
I don't blame you. Well, I'll be seeing you guys, I think.
Hopefully not. Not if we see you first.
If I have anything to say about it, Bryant, you will never see me again, and we will both be the better for it.
He just kind of tips his hat, and he walks in to the hotel lobby entrance.
Well, his funeral. Sure, just imagine in there how many fucking traps we didn't set off. Oh god, what if he goes in the safe? Oh fucking god, we gotta go, guys.
How it is, I'm sure with the information that we've given him, he probably will not be investigating it fully alone. He will probably get other Pinkertons.
Have you heard of any of those horror radio plays? The guy goes in there, is like, oh, it's so bad. Yeah, he dies right away to prove that there's still a problem.
That's a radio play, how it is. This is unfortunately real life. All of this just happened to us.
Oh my god. I really fucking need a train.
Hey, are any of you writers by any chance? I feel like this could make a pretty good book.
How it is just turns around and starts walking away.
Okay.
I think the detective has the best chance of being a writer here.
I may make an attempt. I have some... I feel like I have some business that I need to take care of. But Weston, LB, shall we away to the hospital?
Probably a good idea.
How it is, what's next for you?
I already told you guys, it's the fucking train.
I just reach up and tip my hat.
Hey guys, I'm facing away because I'm walking away from it. Did he just tip his hat like I was gonna see it?
So Howdis keeps walking away as the three of you load into a carriage and head off towards the hospital.
I help Weston in.
Oh, now you want to fucking help.
Look, I
Fucking
was the only
funny
one
guy.
helping the lady who was chained up for however many hours. There was two other people who could have assisted you.
Does she have
Someone
a
remind
stab wound
Weston
in
he'd
her
be
leg?
dead if it wasn't for me.
Does she look like she's on death's door? No, she looks a little frustrated.
Huh, remind him he started off way worse than Death's Door. He was in the fucking building.
Don't you hate when in movies they do that thing where the actors keep getting further and further from the camera, but the voiceover stays the same volume?
Oh no, guys, I can't say much more.
So if you guys, so if you guys have nothing else to say to each other, you're able to make your way to a hospital, get healed up. Howdis, if you want to go straight to the train station, you can do that.
Doing it. I'm not doing this. Oh, we'll spend the night and get trapped in this new place. There's only one place I want to be trapped in. It's Cincinnati, fucking Ohio.
So Howdis goes straight to the train station. First train to Cincinnati. Comfortably boards it. The rest of you, you spend the night in the hospital, given the gravity of your wounds. And you're free to go in the morning. Should you board trains back to your hometowns, or if you want to stick around in the city for some reason.
I have a sort of a epilogue for Jaden.
So the one thing, as you're leaving the morning, the three of you find a note left next to your bed that says, I had no idea what I was subjecting you to. Had I known, I never would have arranged for you to stay at that hotel. My company had done some work on the building before the owner refused to pay. The plans weren't shared with me. It was a strange job. I should have probably suspected something. I promise I will make amends. It's signed GT Schotten.
In shot.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so if each of you is able to board your own trains, Howdis, when you do arrive home, you do receive the same note. In the mail, no return address. And that is the close of your adventure at the World's Fair. If you want to share something before I talk about what's next, you can go ahead.
Oh, sure, yeah. So Jaden, after waking up and reading the note from Shatton, I'm assuming my hand is still the same. I am assuming that wasn't treatable. As I leave the hospital, he kind of tips his hat down, pops the collar up on his jacket to kind of hide his face and shut out the world a bit. Hand in pocket, walks to the train station and buys a ticket to Boston. Sits down on the platform, waiting for the train. Kind of stares off into space for a while. The train for Boston pulls up and Jaden keeps sitting. They call, last call, all aboard, and Jaden keeps sitting. And the train departs, and Jaden sits there for another hour or two, and then gets up and walks to Ellen Riddle's house. Even though, if I remember correctly, Ellen is not actually there, right? Or she?
At her house? She lives in her
Oh,
house.
right, yeah. And I just kind of like stand outside for a while. And kind of probably like 45 minutes to an hour later, as weird as it is, Jaden walks up to the door, knocks, and basically like fade to black as Ellen answers.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to share?
I guess how it is. It takes about 4 or 5 days to kind of digest everything that's gone down. Ends up finding Cincinnati's chapter of the Parascientific Research Facility. Knocks on the door, and as soon as the door opens, whoever was standing on the other side, he'll just go, "It's time to get ready." Fade to black.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Okay, that's fine too.
Weston just reloads. Fade to black.
That's actually really good. I like that.
Yeah. Buy another gun. That's what I do.
Anything for LB?
No.
Okay. So LB just returns to his home, closes the door as he walks back home, breathes the air of familiarity again, and that's where we fade for him. Okay. So with that, that is the end of all of that stuff. What we will be doing the next time that we get around to Call of Cthulhu, it's going to be 6 years in the future. So we can have some back and forth about what your character is doing in that time. Like, especially Jaden, if you're going to be talking to Riddle, we'll have to kind of talk about how that goes down and what you find out. So you'll be able to tell me what you're doing if you like go to school or something, or if you work on some project, you're going to be able to develop your skills in those areas. So we'll do our normal development, and then we'll also do this, like, what have you been doing in this time? You can also choose to make a new character if you think that this character is done with this nonsense. Or if you just want to be somebody else, that's cool too. You can make them now in 1893, and then we can do the same 6 years of development with them so that you're kind of up to speed in terms of your skills. That is your choice. We will be going to London. So if that
Watch
affects
it,
any of those choices.
Corey, you can't do a Michael Caine impersonation.
No, I have because of like who I wrote Detective Norman Jaden to be, and because of what happened in the last two investigations, I plan on being Jaden. I can already tell you what Jaden wants to do in those 6 years, and kind of what he started off with Ellen, and that's he wants to kind of search for answers. First and foremost, to like actually try to vet his paranormal investigatory career. Like, all of the stuff that he learned, he kind of unlearned by how little actual paranormal activity was being reported to him, kind of thing.
Right.
But also too, to like kind of get more well versed in it, and to try to find a way to rid himself of the red-faced man.
Rid himself. Okay.
And maybe heal his hand, but that's really secondary.
Well, that we'll have to do the conversation with Alan.
Yeah.
About that. Cool.
I'm
Anybody
gonna
else?
be that crazy ex-military guy living in the woods with tons of guns who says ghosts are after him.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna be running a small armory, and people know just to stay off my land.
Okay.
Better keep moving.
So I
Would
reserve the
Weston-
right.
Would Weston go to London if called?
Yeah, probably if it's told he gets to kill ghosts or other paranormal activities. He has much resentment after fucking H.H. Holmes.
So his motive is right now killing ghosts and
I'm
Ghost
gonna kill
vengeance.
every one of these paranormal motherfuckers out there before they can shoot me in the leg again. Or stab me in the leg again.
okay.
So if crows show up on my land, they get shot. Black cats show up on my land, they get shot. Weird strangers show up on my land, they get shot.
What about calico cats?
Depends on how they behave.
I reserve the right to change my mind on this, but
Absolutely.
I feel that how it is, time as being a frontline investigator is kind of done. He's been kind of like building up information, and like trying to like accumulate as much as we can. And now that we're actually dealing with confirmed otherworldly things, I think he'd want to go more in towards intelligence and analysis, and is trying to train others how to be it, how to survive paranormal encounters. So when
Okay.
it comes 6 years in the future, it may be one of his like first students
Okay.
would be the character I take over.
Okay. That's cool.
hmm
I like that.
But especially with the limitations I put on how it is, it's one of those where I feel like he's just so narrow of a use, and this battle
Sure.
just highlighted everything he was useful for. Kind of
Yeah, I was
noticed.
gonna say, you pretty much saved Weston's life, and you
Mhm.
probably saved Jeffrey's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also knew when we got to the combat of the first arc that I made a character that was very good for the investigation and not very good for the neutralization of the enemy.
Right.
I think
That
also
was the
too.
nice thing. We had a balance.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense too. Like if Howardis was to sort of retire from the front lines and just focus on like training and education, and especially with how much sanity he lost. You know what I mean? Like he may not be able to tolerate doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think he started off at 70, and by the end of that, he was in the low 30s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
With
feel
that-
like
Go.
how it is and Weston could have a professional relationship of teaching each other shit.
Maybe Weston's how it is sends a student to for gun training.
Probably.
This guy's really good at shooting demons. Go.
But just be warned, he might shoot at you a couple times.
You need to have this sign. It just says, "Don't shoot how it is at me."
And scream it for a mile up the road.
You also need to set this very specific chain of numbers, because if you get one thing wrong, say goodbye to your chest.
He has this weird thing about shooting in the right leg first. I don't.
With that, so Jaden, you brought that up. One thing you can also do is like go to therapy or something like that and try to regain some sanity. Since you have plenty of time to do that, so you aren't necessarily stuck at your sanity right now.
Sure.
If you do some things to help recover it in the time off.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, I guess I kind of felt like my sanity would sort of like slowly return because like obviously like I learned about a lot of occult stuff. Like I have a like high education, and I felt like most of my sanity hits happened in the first arc, where it was basically like the shock of finding out that like everything that I had studied is actually true,
Right.
when I had thought for so long that it wasn't.
Right.
And I think that like the narrative kind of bore that out really well between like how much sanity I lost then compared to how little I lost in this one.
Right. Yeah. I'll say that depends on, again, the path that you choose once we talk through some stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Dan, do you think LB is done with all this stuff?
No, on the contrary, actually. I feel that even with all the weird stuff that happened, that LB did enjoy his time at the World's Fair and was intrigued by the electricity aspect of all things, and probably going to have a little bit of an issue with the ghosts. So I think that he's going to continue to try and develop things with electricity, and I'm going to come back full Ghostbusters. I mean,
I was
proton
actually,
packs,
Actually,
ways to catch ghosts and all that. No, I'm kidding about that. But no, the first part was serious.
Yep.
He's going to be intrigued by the electricity. He's going to continue to further power his curiosity for engineering and machinery and stuff like that.
glad you said that, because that was going to be my question for you: is does he try to, like, if he stays in it, does he try to like invent stuff to help?
That's
So I like that you said that.
yeah, and also like before you had said that, Dad, I thought that it would make a lot of sense for LB because LB is like a mechanical engineer or something like that already, right? Like that's his occupation.
Sort of, yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I think like him being intrigued by the electricity and then like also all of this paranormal stuff, like it would make like total sense if he showed up in 6 years with like a ghost scanner. Like nothing like, not like trapping ghosts or something like that, but like some sort of like ectoplasmic locator.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how far fetched we can go.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if you tell me what you want to make, and I can kind of help you or help determine like what it actually can do.
Sure. Yeah, I think I could work with that.
Awesome.
Well, I could have a Mosin Nagant.
A what?
Mosin Nagant rifle.
Yeah,
They're
it's
very good sniper rifles.
Mhm. If you ever played Metal Gear Solid 3, the sniper boss that you have to face was using a Mosin Nagant.
I'm gonna have all kinds of fun toys, hopefully.
That was a lot of fun, Scott. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward.
I am
to
so
going back.
excited for Call of Cthulhu.
Ooh, I can
Yeah,
have an
I'm-
1897 shotgun too.
I'm excited because I actually I already had the inspiration, and I've sketched out a decent amount of what I want to do.
Mhm.
I think it could be pretty cool because I've actually learned some lessons from doing these two.
Yeah.
No, I really like this because we ended up having like the pure investigation of like the first arc, and this one where it felt a lot like a Saw but suspense style. Where like there's a handful of those, and I don't want you to ever answer this question,
Mhm.
but you show us things that our mind would have like just jumped to. Well, this is clearly trapped, and then just not give any tell at all as to whether and whatnot is trapped.
Correct.
Because like the whole like, all right, this is where I'm jumping to, and I'm sure Scott's got better plans than what I can even come up with. It's just that low level fear of just like, hey, there's a door.
I want to show you one thing that you didn't find, that you just skipped this door. Oh, not that.
These doors like right there.
This section.
Mm-hmm.
So there were like a series of stairs that went like up and down, and little rooms in between that had some like traps involved in there.
Oh.
And you guys just skipped that door, which was good for you. Because there's a door to nowhere.
I see these staircases and automatically I think like MC Escher.
Yeah.
I immediately thought, ain't fucking doing that. Thanks, temporary insanity. You actually kept me alive.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, Mike, you are, because of lethal gas exposure, not feeling like starting up Storm King's Thunder today, right?
Yeah, this is the most relaxed I have been in the last 2 months, and I'm fucking exhausted. Like, this is the first time I've had a chance to actually unwind, and holy shit, am I fucking tired.
Wait, lethal gas exposure?
You didn't hear about this, Jay?
No, Jay hasn't been
No.
online the last few days, so yeah, he hasn't been a part of the conversations. I'm gonna stop the stream here now, though. So 6 separate Lincoln logs, guys. Thanks for joining.